As Tea Party-affiliated super PACs keep losing elections, their grassroots fundraising keeps going up, up, up. What's the mentality there? Despite losing 8 of 9 GOP Senate primaries and being nearly shut out in a handful of Republican-on-Republican House showdowns in 2014, the 3 top D.C.-based super PACs that fueled many of those losing efforts are continuing to rake in donations from supporters across the country. According to the latest monthly filings with the Federal Election Commission compiled by the Center for Responsive Politics, the groups, the Senate Conservatives Fund, Club for Growth Action, and Freedom Works for America, all saw one of their best fundraising months of the 2014 election cycle, even as conservative losses piled up from North Carolina to Georgia to Kentucky. The spike in fundraising came as Chris McDaniel, Milton Wolfe, and T.W. Shannon, all darlings of far-right activists, prepared for June primaries in Mississippi, Kansas, and Oklahoma, respectively. In the end, all three lost, while once ballyhooed primary challenges to Sons Lindsey Graham and Lamar Alexander faded with a whimper in South Carolina and Tennessee. The top grossing of the 3 super PACs was Club for Growth Action, which eventually spent more than $3 million in independent expenditures in its effort to defeat Senator Todd Cochran, who of course beat McDaniel in Mississippi. Even with expensive defeats in their top 2 races the month before, Clubs for Growth Action's receipts jumped a staggering 173% from May to June, detailed in their June and July filings, from $665,843 to $1,154.654. Freedom Works for America, the super PAC affiliated with the Freedom Works grassroots organizing operation, had just spent hundreds of thousands of dollars each for Matt Bevin, who was seeking to defeat Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell in Kentucky, and Greg Brannon, a Baptist minister running against the Republican Speaker of the House in the North Carolina GOP primary. Bevin and Brannon both lost by double digits, but like Clubs for Growth Action, Freedom Works for America saw its fundraising go up from $369,757 to $374,361. Its third best month of the 2014 election cycle, as the Mississippi, Oklahoma, and Kansas primaries loomed. Even the group that concentrated its spending most heavily on early Senate losses, the Senate Conservatives Fund, saw its fundraising jump by a whopping 46% in June, from $604,879 to $886,338. With an expensive loss in Kentucky in the rearview mirror. In the end, of the $7.6 million the SCF spent on campaigns going into August, more than $5 million went to Senate challengers who eventually lost. Only Ben Sasse, a former Bush aide and telegenic college president, won his primary, coasting to a victory for Nebraska's open Senate seat by more than 20 points.